My husband's midlife crisis started with him buying a motorcycle and ended with him moving out of our house, straight into my mother's guest room. I thought it was weird, but she insisted he needed family support while he sorted himself out. I chalked it up to her always wanting to play the savior and him being too pathetic to say no. Weeks passed, and whenever I visited, the air was thick with awkwardness. He barely looked me in the eye. She'd overcompensate, cooking my favorite meals, complimenting my hair, pretending everything was normal. One night, I stopped by unannounced, hoping to talk some sense into him. I walked in on them whispering in the kitchen, her hand on his arm, their faces closer than they should have been. The silence that followed was louder than any argument we'd ever had. My mother's face was defiant, his was pale and guilty. Before I could say anything, she said, "You don't understand what we've been through." That was the last time I saw either of them for weeks. Last Friday, my phone rang. It was my mother, voice syrupy with a hint of triumph, inviting me to her wedding. To my husband. She sounded like she'd won some prize, like this was a game she'd finally beaten me at. I laughed, hysterically, then hung up and smashed a glass against the wall. The betrayal burned, but what stung more was how inevitable it felt, like I'd ignored every red flag because I couldn't handle losing them both. Now, I'm left with a hollow house and a family that ripped itself in half for reasons I still can't explain. I keep replaying every conversation, every moment I brushed off as harmless, wondering if I ever really belonged in my own life. The twist isn't that they ended up together, but that I'm not even sure who I'm angrier at, her for stealing him for leaving, or myself for not seeing it coming.